Well, a question I've been asked many times is, Amor, what does it take so long to find out the truth? Considering the fact that actually truth is quite easy. I mean, if we look at it, if we go back at the beginning, there was a couple, a male and female. They were the children of God, had their ego. They just began to disconnect. Their ego got on the way. There's a reason for it. I disclosed the reason in Revelations of God, Zion Cosmic Gaming, one of the volumes. It's a deep reason, and sad reason. But then I called them the originators, and they, talked to other people, other brothers and sisters. I said, oh, let's go and play again. Let's disconnect from the source. The source went there and told them that there could be severe consequences, a lot of pain involved. But they thought they knew better. They were children of God. They were powers. It's just a game. It went up to their head and they disconnected, and they actually dragged quite along lots of people with them. So the help was in place from the beginning by the source and the helpers. So it was the originators, which they call themselves the gods of the matrix, the followers, which are on top of the pyramid of the matrix. And then the matrix, when it was created, got an energy of its own. It became a being, a self-conscious being, and team up with the matrix gods, and it's how they control the human race like batteries and slaves. Basically, that's as simple as it is. However, we couldn't go back and say this as somebody who was in the 1200 or 1300, because they didn't have the technology. Obviously, it's a virtual reality game. It's an illusion. Is what we have if we put a virtual reality glasses and we watch a virtual reality game. It is the same. But before, we couldn't say, how we could explain the technology when the technology wasn't available. It was available for them, but not for the human race, the human caves, times, and stuff. So basically, what we call now intruding fields and personal fields, they call it psychic vampires, or they call it, demons, or exorcism. A record could be, what we do. A rapid record method of the brain could be what, a long time ago, the church or the popes could call an exorcism. Is you giving instructions to get rid of that personal feel or that demon that they could call. We didn't have the technology before to know about holograms or lasers, or how you can copy a digital image from the source. You can go to a being and get a digital image of that person or that looks, and make another being looking similar to that person. So they all have the looks from the hive consciousness, from the goddess of the source, basically, because we are one with the source. So that's how basically it works. And the reason why it's so complicated is because the amount of nonsense we've been told, how many people they portray to give the truth, and they're not giving the right to, they're giving some of the truth to appear it, but they don't. It's like with the rapid record method, so many people are doing the rapid record method. Some of them don't even know that they only know 1% of it. They don't know the whole amazing things that you can do with the rapid record method. This is what I wrote the 2 books about intruding fields and brain record, so people to be aware of how much we've been supported by the source. And we need to also wait till the knowledge of science was here. String theories, it's all about vibrations. Is the right theory about multiple dimensions, the 11 dimensions that we're talking. Before, they used to talk about the 11 heavens, that we sort of have to go until we reach the source, and now it's 11 dimensions. And well, that's the reason why, because we need to wait all this time till the technology and the knowledge of science was in place. So nobody can say to us, you are not right, because now it is proven that we are the observers of our reality. If we are not observing this room, if you're alone in your room, you're making the room alive. If you leave the room is not going to be there. All the atoms, they go everywhere, disperse, till you look at it and you bring it together into that room, and everybody perceives things in a different matter. It's a matter of a perspective, isn't it? Whether if you want to see through the eyes of the matrix and see the darkness, or see through the eyes of the source and see the light. And for me, it's just really, really good news, the fact that, we are on times that we can expose the truth and nobody can say that we are crazy anymore. You know what I mean? We've been through a lot of that throughout reincarnations and decades. For me, I was always a spiritual teacher, and then I became a coach and very knowledgeable in many things, but especially the science. I downloaded the science and I was completely blown away. So some of the videos I will be doing shortly next week will be about science, because it is very interesting. The string theory, I think, is really, really good, because the strings are vibrations, and it is. We are a vibrational field, that we are surrounded by another vibrational field, which is the matrix, that we need to overcome and transmute, individual and collective. So the truth, as you can see, is just so simple, but the matrix makes sure that there is a lot of nonsense, lots of books that are untrue. I mean, how many spiritual sites are in Facebook that they claim, and they're so busy. And some people, they get really upset, because when they start telling the truth and trying to bring that side alive, they get blocked and kicked out, like if they had done something really bad, which they haven't, blessed. All they want to do is, like myself, when I go to sites, is expose the truth, tell them the truth. And some of them, they will welcome me with open arms and be so happy to have my energy there. Some people, I'll be a threat, because I know the truth. And although they're portraying that they are there to help you, they're there to make sure that you don't get there. When I see the posts that these people put, they're very basic posts, just questions, and they don't even answer. So they ask a question, whatever people answer, they don't even answer the right question. It's just to keep on a loop, wondering. It's just a deceitful sites. Aside, another one that somebody was asking me through messages, please sign, because you have the same affinity as me. So I'd click on the link to support them and sign, and then I have to pay I don't know how many dollars. And I was thinking, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, how can you charge for a Facebook group to give a spiritual advice? Um, who does that, unless you're a greedy bastard? Really, that's all I can say. You know what I mean? How can you do that to people, considering the financial difficulties that we are going through? I mean, you should. Somebody also was telling, what a few people have told me that I'm one of the very few spiritual sites that give the knowledge. So, so freely, I do so much content, but the thing you don't realize is that the content I give is only like 1% of what you get if you are my, if you are my student, and you come on board my coaching program. Then if you're amazed about the content I put here, be amazed about the coaching program. That will get you there very fast. So I think, I don't know, I don't know how some people do it, and justify charging to have a Facebook site, a spiritual site, or how many people they say to you, free readings, and then, oh, can you give some money from Chai? And they ask you for money later, which spoils the whole thing. If you're gonna do something free, just do it free. If you are good, people will come to you eventually. You know what I mean? So that's the way I see it, guys. I see that we are like one, we are a family here to support each other. And I hope this video is useful, because I said the truth is so easy. It's not rocket science. I just explain it. So many times what happened, we disconnected, we entered the matrix, we created a monster that fears through fear energy, and we are stuck in the matrix. And we've got the source and all the light and fields helping us. We are at the end of days, and everybody's going to be given the chance to awaken now, or there will be a force awakening. So it's all resolved. Yeah, but I don't know how many years going to be till now, till the force awakening. So you might as well just reach and wake up now, because you can be in peace, and you can be part of this revolution of awakening people. And how beautiful, isn't it? If you're awakened, you can awake many people. And as I said, it's not difficult to get there. You get a lot of spiritual support, but yeah, the shadows will be there trying to self-sabotage and try to destroy you and break you. But they can't if you got the right support in place. Anyway, guys, I hope this is useful. Till next video, with all the love in my heart. Goodbye.